Then we have some things that we want to, our checklist of things to deal with if we have to respond to the disaster. So we want to communicate with the team. We use ActiveCampaign. We have a couple of different lists that we might send something out to just to tell people, hey, we're here, we're listening, and if necessary, use text messages to communicate with team members. Recently, we've been moving over to Zoom. So we use Zoom as our communication platform here in the office. And so I suspect that would continue to work during a storm just because it's cloud-based. So, that might actually change going forward, and we'll just kind of continue to use Zoom. But if there's damage to our office, what's the checklist? Take pictures and videos. You can never have too many of those. If we have to be out of there for a long time, there's a few essential documents that we want to get out of there. We might contact someone for a short-term space sharing agreement. This is something that we honestly haven't put in place, but we might consider. We haven't put it in place just because our space is not a huge need for us. But if space is a huge need for you, you might want to coordinate with somebody in another city to Mobile or Baton Rouge or Houston or somewhere where you have a mutual agreement to share space during a disaster. If there's mold, you want to make sure that you get in touch with your insurance provider and maybe hire those appropriate experts. We want to make sure that we can still get into our electronic files in the cloud. So if you have any sort of two-factor authentication, you want to make sure you take that device with you. Again, we run a report of any sort of cases we have coming up with the statute of limitations or a prescription under Louisiana law. And then, contact our other insurance agents that are necessary. And these days, we don't really have backup equipment, but we do have a policy where teammates have a credit card, and if they need to go buy a new piece of equipment, they can simply go to Office Depot or another computer store and buy that equipment. So giving your team access to a credit card, or at least letting them know, hey, if you need a new laptop because you can't get yours or yours was destroyed, just go get one, right? The rigmarole of kind of going through a whole purchasing process might be more in that instance than just giving that teammate approval to go buy something that's appropriate for them. So hope seeing what our policies are helped, and feel free to let me know in the comments if you have a policy that's worked well for you. Thanks.